Alright, this is a tutorial on how to kill the Queen Black Dragon for non-pro players. As you can see, my Herbalore is not high enough to make overloads, and my prayer is not high enough for Soul Split or Turmoil, and my summoning is not high enough for the highest level Titans or anything. So we got, I would call it medium level players. Alright, so just quick prayers, protect item. We've got protect from range, we've got piety because I'm going to be meleeing. I've got a war tortoise. If you come down here and select left click option, take BOB because I'm going to store tons of food in there. That's what I have for that, so I've got a bunch of tuna potatoes in there that heal 1700 each, which you can also scan my action bar. We'll go over that in a minute. So let's see what else. For my inventory, I got extreme attack, extreme strength, super sets will be fine too. I got my, this is what I'm going to use to boost my defense with the tortoise. I got 3 full prayer potions, 2 super anti-fire potions, 2 adrenaline potions, a whole bunch of tuna potatoes, a home teleport for at the end when I want to go restore my prayer, and an extra war tortoise pouch just in case I need to resummon my war tortoise. On my player, I've got vampirism activated. I've got full gano, which is the best mage armor that is not too expensive. I've got a mage cape just for melee crit. Fury, chaotic Maul, which is a 200 weapon. My regen bracelet for health, and my ring of wealth just so I can get better drops. Action bar, I got slice, punish, sever. We're not going to be using regenerate until the end. Smash, dismember, we won't be using piety because that's in our quick prayers anyway. We've got assault, quake, hurricane, a food that I'm going to be using, which is tuna potato, and berserker. These two we're going to be using quake and hurricane against the tortured souls. After we step on them, we're going to use them to finish them off, just so she doesn't get healed by them or do extra damage to you by them as well. So let's see what else. Just a list of my skills. You can see those, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to teleport down to Port Serene. I also have my health boosted by bonfires. Make sure you turn your pop-ups off because that's going to cover for a health bar. You're not going to want to do that. You don't want to see that and see what you need to use your actions for. I'm going to walk northwest to the Grotworm lair because that's where she's actually at. I'm usually recharging my summoning points right here. I'm going to enter the cave, walk down the cave to the west. If you have an agility level high enough, you can use this shortcut right here, which takes you right down next to her lair where the high level Grotworms are. And this is where you start. This is where you begin. Looks like we got some more bots down here. Great. Alright, so what I'm going to be doing is, first thing when we go in, we're going to drink our potions. This guy's got good stuff. Dragler weapons. I'm going to walk right up to her. I'm going to drink our potions, boost our defense with our scrolls, and our super anti-fire. Make sure the super anti-fire is probably the most important one for you to do. And then we're going to spam attack her. I'm going to go 1, 2, 1, 3, just so we can get our adrenaline up. 1, 5. Use assault as soon as you can. That's some decent hits right there. Yeah. If she turns blue, it's good for us. If she turns a different color, it's not good for us. If she turns blue, she's weak to melee but strong against mage. If she turns to her crystal state, then she is strong against melee and weak to mage. Alright, here's our first artifact. After the first phase, she's got 4 phases altogether. You want to activate the artifacts as soon as you can after each phase. just use berserker and an adrenaline potion so I can get my assault in right away. Hopefully get some good damage down there. Alright. Now she summoned firewalls. She can do 2 this second phase. If she did them in the first phase, it would have been just 1. The way you take care of those is you either go through the gaps, or if you want to tank just some of the damage, then you can do that by taking a couple steps back and then using an ability on her. Okay, here's this tortured soul. As soon as the tortured soul spawns, you want to step on it, and then so it'll do damage to itself. You gotta activate the next artifact. And then you want to use assault or quake to finish it off while you're still attacking her, because it'll maximize the damage output that you can do. Assault again. There, she's turning blue, so if you look down here, she is more resistant to magic but weaker to... Okay, we got 2 of these, so let's try to step back. Actually, we might have 3. This is the third phase. I'm just going to tent this because I got berserker on. I want to get as much damage as I can. Just watch my health. On them. The sooner you hit these, the fewer grot worms that she spawns out. Just keep an eye on your prayer. If that goes down, you're screwed. The last phase is the hardest, especially if she summons Tortoise souls, because they can hit you pretty high with their initial attacks. I like to try to step on one of them and then step on another one. Hopefully we don't get to that point yet. Here we go. And there's one that's talking down here. As soon as they start talking, any of them start talking, you want to kill them as fast as you can, because they'll do a time stop ability. And if you don't kill the other ones, they have the possibility of healing her. Sweet. Alright, she's weak to melee again. That's awesome for us. The other thing that she can do during this phase is this extremely hot breath. If you stay in front of it, you're going to take 1950 damage over time, like multiple times. So you don't want to stay in front of that. Assault, hopefully. See right there, 1950 damage, 450 if you walk away from it. She is dead now. So you come back here and activate the last artifact and turn your prayers off. That usually kills all of the grots, and if you have any tortured souls that are out there right now. And then after you activate the artifact, you climb down the stairs and collect your loot. And this is when I just use regen, just to get my health a little bit back up. You open this up, tells you some stuff. You got 500 bloods, some rock tails, royal bolts. It always gives you some bones and some royal dehyde and some royal bolts. The other few things are just extras that she gets, and based on your ring of wealth, sometimes you get better things. So you bank all that, hit your home teleport. My dragon fire is about to run out. That could have been real bad if I didn't notice that. Go to your house, recharge your prayer, if you have an altar at your house. And then if you have teleports, that's very handy as well. You can teleport right to Ferox. I like to go right to the GE. because then my war tortoise timer will actually not reduce, and it'll maximize the amount of time that I can have with my war tortoise. So I always go right up to the G. I guess I could use my Ring of Wealth, but it's cheaper to do this way and saves on teleports. Come up here to the GE and restock, and then you just do the whole thing over again. Go right back down to Port Serene. Let's just see what I got. I got 500 bloods. Loot. I got those royal bolts. Those rock tails. Just to give you an idea. And I had 8 dragon bones. Usually you get at least 100k in drops. And right here we got 157k. And there's been drops where I've gotten over 1 million for a drop. So that's my tutorial on the Queen Black Dragon. Hope you enjoyed it. And repost, like it, and stuff like that.